Hello, in this video we will try to understand how to find intercepts, the x-intercepts mainly, from vertex form. You must have seen a video to convert standard form into vertex form earlier. Now we will move on and see how to find x-intercepts once we get our vertex form. Okay, now here is a simple example, and this example is to tell you the concept. Okay, I have taken it very simple so that you understand each and every step. So I'm writing a function here which is like f of x is equals to x minus 4 times 2 whole square minus 8. Now when we say find x-intercept, that really what do we mean? We mean that the value where f of x is 0, correct? So at x-intercept, always f of x has to be 0, correct? So we'll equate f of x as 0. So we get 0 equals to 2 times x minus 4 whole square minus 8. Now, to evaluate x, we'll first bring in 8 on this side. That means we are going to add 8 both sides. So this 8 becomes 0, right? Minus 8 plus 8. And here we get 8 equals to 2 times x minus 4 whole square. Now next step is to divide by 2. So when you divide 8 by 2, you get the number 4. So we get 4 equals to x minus 4 whole square. Now you need to square root, correct? So when you square root 4, don't forget to write plus and minus, right? So square root of 4 with plus and minus, correct, will give us x minus 4. Now from here we can bring this 4 on that side and say 4. And what is square root of 4? It is 2. You know, minus 2 square is also 4. Therefore it is important to write plus and minus. So we get 4 plus and minus 2 equals to x. So that leaves us with two different values of x, right? So first x-intercept, or one of them, is x equals to 4 minus 2, which is x equals to 2. And the other intercept is x equals to 4 plus 2, which is 6. Do you understand? So that's how we found two x-intercepts, correct? So let's follow these steps once again. So to find fx, to find x-intercept from vertex form, what do we need to do? We need to equate f of x to 0, because x-intercept is a point where the value of function is 0, right? So in the very first step, we do f of x equals to 0 and then solve for x. Is that okay? So once you solve for x, follow the right order. Take this number constant on the other side, right? Becomes plus 8, divide by 2, 4, square root, don't forget to write plus and minus, right? And then you're left with x minus 4, and on this side you get plus and minus square root of 4, which is 2. Bring this 4, you get 4 plus minus 2 as x. So that gives us with two x-intercepts. Is that okay? Yeah. Now this was a very, very simple question which I took mainly for you to understand the concept, correct? Now let me take a complicated one which one of my students gave it to me to solve. It involved fractions, and I know how afraid you are of all the fractions. So here is one example which involves a lot of fractions. So let me write another function, f of x equals to, let's say minus this time here, right? And this time x minus, and we have 1 over 3 here, okay? Square plus, we have 4 over 3 here. So there are a lot of fractions involved, and this seems to be a very complicated question to find x-intercepts. If you understand how to do this, probably you will be able to do all the questions yourself. So do you remember the first step? First step is to equate f of x as 0. Why? Because at x-intercept, the y value, or f of x, is 0, right? So we equate this to 0, and we get 0 equals to minus 3 x minus 1 over 3 whole square plus 4 over 3, correct? Second step, we'll take away 4 over 3 from both the sides, right? So we are left with minus 4 over 3 equals to minus 3 x minus 1 over 3 whole square. Next step, divide by minus 3. So when you divide by minus 3, minus and minus gets cancelled or becomes plus. And you get 4 over 9, correct? So we will get here 4 over 9 equals to x minus 1 over 3 whole square. Next step, square root both sides, right? When you square root, you don't forget to write plus and minus, correct? So we'll do plus and minus square root of 4 over 9 equals to x minus 1 over 3, correct? So when you do square root, the square root vanishes and we get a square root here with plus and minus sign, correct? Now, this square root 4 over 9, lucky for us, these are all perfect squares. We get 2 over 3 here, correct? At times you may get answer in radicals. Don't be afraid. Write answers in radicals. Radicals is exact answer. Always, if you get radicals here, for example, if I would have got 5 or 3 or some other number, I would have preferred to leave it in radicals, okay, especially in numerator. Okay, I'm not talking about rationalization and other things at present, but if it is a radical, leave it in radical unless and until the question says to round your answer to 2 decimal places or something like that, okay. Well, we are lucky here, we get 2 over 3 as a square root of 4 over 9. So I'll bring 1 over 3 on this side and say 1 over 3, because this was minus, it becomes plus, plus or minus 2 over 3 equals to x. Is that okay? So we get 2 x-intercepts here because the square root term was positive. Is that okay? If this square root turns out to be negative, then we don't have any real root. So this is a very critical point. So there are a lot of possibilities here. It could be 0. If it is 0 by any chance, in that case you'll have only one root, correct? Well, in that case we are not taking this term. This is 0, right? In that case, and then this will be 0. That means we don't have anything plus here, right? So it is vertex is on the x-axis itself. Okay, that would have been very simple for us. Any case, here we are with a positive discriminant, or not, I should not use word discriminant here, but anyway, in the radical we have something which was a perfect square, so we came out with 2 over 3. So there are 2 answers possible here, right? So it is, one answer is x equals to 1 over 3 plus 2 over 3. So let me write here for you both the answers. So I'll write like this. So x is equal to, alright, 1 over 3 plus 2 over 3, and the second answer is 1 over 3 minus 2 over 3, correct? I'm doing a different thing so that you can see, I'm trying to evaluate this. I don't really want to mess it up. So 1 plus 2 is 3, so 3 over 3, which is 1, right? So this is 1, 3 over 3, right? And if I do 1 minus 2, I get minus 1, right? So it's minus 1 over 3. Do you see? So my 2 x-intercepts are, so I'll write down here x-intercepts at x equals to 1 and minus 1 over 3. Does it make sense to you? That is how it is. And you know what? Once you get your quadratic function in vertex form, you can actually get so many properties of this. It is a good time to look at those properties also. So here, let's compare them, okay? Here, what is the direction of opening of this parabola? It opens upwards because this is positive. And this one is negative, so it opens downwards. So I can say this parabola opens upwards and this parabola opens downwards. Is that okay? Now, second thing. What is the vertex of this? Now, when it opens upwards, it will have a minimum, right? So we have a minimum here, right? And what do we have here? We have a maximum here. Is that okay? Because that is the maximum. And here, this is the minimum. Minimum is at the vertex, right? And what is the vertex here? From here, the vertex is 4 and minus 8. So I'll write vertex as 4 and minus 8. You see, the terms inside becomes opposite of what it is. Something which makes that 0. 4 will make x minus 4 0. So that is the term, okay? Now, we also call this 4 as axis of symmetry, correct? Now here again, what is the vertex here? The vertex here is 1 over 3 and 4 over 3. So this is x and y coordinates of vertex, correct? In this, at which point do you have vertex? At x equals to 1 over 3. And what is the value of vertex? Value of vertex is this, 4 over 3. That is y equals to 4 over 3. Do you understand? So this y value is value of our actual maximum of the parabola. And in a parabola, this is also the absolute maximum. It decides range, correct? Since the parabola opens downwards, what's the range? Range is y less than equal to 4 over 3. Is that okay? Correct? I'm not going to write everything here, but it's good to inform you and make you understand. And what is the axis of symmetry? Axis of symmetry is x equals to 1 over 3. How about this side? Now here, what is the axis of symmetry? Axis of symmetry is 4. And what is the range here? Range will be y, because it's opening upwards, greater than or equal to minus 8. Does it make sense to you? Right? Correct. So there are so many things which we can find from here. Now for you, as an exercise, you need to find the y-intercept. How will you find y-intercept? Can you tell me? Well, one way could be, the best way or the only way is put x equals to 0 and find f of x. Y-intercept is a point where the parabola intersects y-axis, and that is always at x equals to 0. So if you plug in x equals to 0 here, you get 4 square, which is 16, times 2, 32, minus 8. 32 minus 8 is your y-intercept. And here, more fractions. I'll not get into the calculation here, but I'll try to. X equals to 0 minus 1 over 3 square will give you 1 over 9. When you multiply 1 over 9 by 3, you get 1 over 3. Thank God, 1 over 3 got cancelled, but with minus sign. So it is minus 1 over 3 plus 4 over 3. So minus 1 over 3 plus 4 over 3, that means 4 minus 1 is 3, 3 over 3, it means 1. Oh, okay. So the y-intercept happens to be at 0, 1, okay? That is how it is. So these are the things which you can find once you have your parabola equation in vertex form. Vertex form, as you know, is a good time to remind you, is excellent to write down transformations. Let me tell you transformations here also. Here what happens to the parabola? Vertically stretch by a factor of 2, horizontally translate 4 units to right and 8 units down. How about this? Reflection on x-axis. Vertically stretch by a factor of 3. Horizontally translate 1 by 3 units to your right and translate 4 by 3 units up. Correct? I think that's a lot of information I've given you here. Practice some more problems and let me know. Post your questions. I will be answering your questions whichever you send me. You can send me by email or even posting on this YouTube video comments. Okay? Thank you. Have a good time.